with Emily's Papercrafts. Thanks so much for joining me today. I want to show you how to make a super fast and easy balloon iris folded greeting card where you can blend some of the numbers together so it goes even faster. Let's get started. So with this pattern, we are going to be making our balloon, but if you're kind of crunched on time and you want to make the balloon but you want to do it faster, you can just merge some of the lines together so you have less rotations to go to complete the balloon. Today I'm actually going to be using leftover scrap wrapping paper, so it'd be kind of a cool way to wrap your present and then create a matching greeting card if you are feeling like you want to get super matchy with your gift wrapping and your card. So my little secret tip, fold it over and then put some tape right down the middle so it takes up less space, so you have less bulk at the end of your project. So there's one strip, and then I'll go ahead and I like one side of my paper here because you can see a little bit more of the tinsel basically that they put in the paper. And turn it over and just line it up with pattern. A little washi tape today to hold it down, and then we're pretty much ready. One little secret though for having a string or a ribbon on your balloon, I'm using just embroidery floss, but it's silver to match my paper. And then I'm going to put some of my tape on both sides of where you would have tied the balloon. And then I'm just going to run it across. Hope everybody sticks there and is happy. And then I'm going to run it back. And then out through the front side. So then that way I already have my thread, and then at the very end of it all I will show you how to tack down that tail so it stays put. Alright, so now for our pattern, some more double-sided tape. Because I'm using a handmade paper, I can't just roll around quite so quickly and easily as I normally would. Handmade paper is just that much more fibrous, but it's a lot of fun to work with. And I like this one because it had lots of tinsel and sparkle in it, which made it look very, very birthday appropriate or celebratory. Okay, so then we're just going to start with our numbers and go all the way around. Remember, with this pattern, you don't have to do every single one if you have downloaded or purchased the pattern from me. So and actually I'm going to do a full round, and then I will start showing you how to blend some of the numbers together so you don't have to go around quite so many times. So there's number 3. Number 4. Some of these in a moment will be easier to blend because they are skinnier. You don't want to blend 2 spaces that are really big because then they're going to look even bigger when you turn your card over. And because it's a balloon, I decided not to change colors like I normally would to get like an alternating pattern. If you want kind of like a fancy sort of almost tie-dye balloon, then do definitely change your colors. But I just wanted something that was super quick and easy. I'd set a goal for this year to send as many birthday cards as possible. So that means I'm making a lot more birthday cards. So for this next one, I'm actually going to go ahead and blend the number 6 and 10 together. So that means I'm just going to follow the line there for number 10, knowing that it's going to go down a little bit further here on the base. And it's probably going to cover up just a little bit more up there on the top. A little bit more tape just to help keep it there. And then I'm going to do the same thing up here with the 7 and the 11. I'm going to blend both of those together, which just means I'm going to cover them up simultaneously. Go ahead and cut off the extra little tail just to help reduce some bulk. Alright, so there went 7 and 11. So now the only trick with doing multiple numbers is remembering which number you're really at. So then you need to fold another strip of paper. I'll put this out of the way so I can tape it down. Okay, so then I'm going to just do number 8 because the 12 is gonna start swirling in there pretty quickly, and I need to do some work with the 9 and the 13 first, because otherwise it's gonna start to look and feel off pretty quickly. More tape. I like using the double-sided tape rather than cutting a bunch of Scotch tape pieces, but that is also totally an option. If you're using Scotch tape, you would just be taping down both sides. Joy's a sticky tape on either side. So I'm gonna do one more giant piece for blending some numbers just to help, again, go that much faster. So then I'm gonna cover up line 13. So then my numbers are gonna start to get off a little bit as we continue working around. And I'm gonna try to go halfway between the 14 and the 18, just because that's gonna be a really big space if I did both of them. Plus, since we're getting closer to the center, I don't know that I want quite as much hiding. So don't worry about just kind of making up your own pattern. There is no right or wrong. You're just gonna keep working in the same direction as you started in if you're skipping numbers, rather than going, well, this is my smallest number, like you would sometimes do with iris folding. Actually, it's my little tiny, tiny piece. Not quite long enough. Oop. Sticky tape. I love double-sided tape, even though it means I'm constantly grabbing my project. All right, so there was 12, so then 17, because I'm going in the circle, 17 over here would be the next one. And because 17 is a little bit bigger and I'm working on filling up some of these gaps without making too huge of slices, I'm just gonna stick with 17. And this is a beauty that you can, or a trick that you can use with a lot of patterns, is just deciding, I don't know that I want to go around that many times, and you just start blending your numbers together with the next row that would be forward. So again, all my numbers at this point are kind of off, but you know what? It's a balloon, and no one is going to know if you followed the pattern precisely or you kind of made up your own. Just one thing that I like about this balloon pattern that I created is it's just do what you want, kind of. It is going to get a little bit funky looking here in the center for anyone who decided to look at it super closely and pull it apart and wanted to see how it worked and all that. But again, you're sending someone a handmade card, they're not going to mind. They're not going to look at it that closely and carefully. And I think I still see tape down there. Just a little bit more. We're going to do these last two pieces, or at this point you could even just, you know what, in the interest of making it even easier, go for it. Leave it bigger. So again, it's faster and it's easier. It still has that iris folded look all the way throughout. Okay, so now our little trick here with our tail, we're gently going to pull it so it kind of looks like you've actually, wrapped it around. I'm even wondering, let's see. Sometimes the tails are cooperative and sometimes they're just not. And if they're not, there we go, your detail scissors for cutting your paper. I'm just trying to get it to wrap around one more time so it looks like I'd actually knotted it and wrapped a string around the balloon. There it goes. And because it's such a little tail, there it is. Ta-da. I'm just going to gently pull on that. So now it kind of looks like it was intentional. I'm going to go to the back side again and just put a layer of tape, a strip of tape right there. And then just kind of decide how straight I want it to be. I want it off to a little bit of an angle. And then just put that tail right down there in the stickiness. It's even wanting to go up higher in the card. Even better. So then we're going to take our finished balloon. And because again, this is handmade paper, so you gotta go slowly. This is sometimes where even like it's more like an actual tape. It's still double-sided, but you have that back layer that you have to peel off. Works really well on handmade papers, but that is elsewhere tonight. Plus, this is all about showing off little tricks that you really truly can use what you've got right there around you. And then always a little bit there in the middle of your design so people can't pull it up. And look at all your handiwork on the back side. And voila, you now have a very fast, easy, perfect celebratory balloon for a birthday or a graduation, an anniversary, or just a surprise. You did something great today. You need a balloon. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.